What if I told you that there was a cheat sheet you could use for always finding great sounding chords in any key? Well, that exists, and it's called the circle of fifths. The circle of fifths is a great music theory tool that you can use for many applications, but in this video I'm going to show you a hack for finding great sounding chords in whatever key you're in, even without knowing any music theory. So at first I'll talk a little bit about the theory behind the circle of fifths. So if you're not interested in the theory at all, you can just use the time codes in the timeline and skip straight to the practical part. So let's break it down. So what is the circle of fifths? Well, as the name implies, it's a circle of fifths. At least when you're ascending in pitch going clockwise in the circle. If you're descending, it will be in fourths. So if you start from C and you go up a fifth, you get to G. If you go up a fifth from G, you get to D, and so forth until you've cycled through all the notes in the chromatic scale and ended up back at C again. Each step in the circle represents a major key and its relative minor key. So you can think of it almost as a color palette. The adjacent keys have a lot in common and you can modulate between them fairly easily. When you look at the circle of fifths, you might notice that we add one accidental for each step, either sharps on the right side or flats on the left side. And since we're adding only one accidental per step, the keys next to each other will always have 6 out of the 7 notes in the scales in common. In the example of C major and G major, you can notice that the only difference is that G major has an F sharp, while C major has an F natural. This also makes it easy to modulate to the adjacent keys, because you can simply introduce the one note that is characteristic for the neighboring key, and this will draw the ear of the listener towards the new key. For example, if you're in C major and you want to modulate to F major, you can add the note B flat, which is not present in the key of C major, and this will draw the ear towards the F major key. Knowing this is very useful for knowing what key you're in, what notes you can safely play in that key, and what keys you can safely modulate to. So as you can see, the circle of fifths is extremely useful for music theory and song analysis. But what if you're not into all that? What if you just want to make songs or beats and find chords that sound great together? Well, if you don't know a lot of music theory or you're not interested in it, the circle of fifths can help you in a very easy way. So let me show you the easiest way to find great sounding chords in any key without knowing any music theory. So all you have to do is pick a key or find out what key you're in, and then include the 5 closest surrounding steps in the circle of fifths. And then you will find yourself with 6 chords that will work great together. That's how easy it is. And a little bonus hack is that you can click the like button on the video, which will help me to make more music related videos. So let's say you find yourself in B flat major. All you have to do is take this square and move it so that B flat is in the middle, and then these 6 chords within the square will sound great together. So this works the same way with minor keys as well. Simply move the square so that the minor key you're looking for is in the middle, and then these 6 chords within the square will work great together. And in addition, if you want to create an even stronger feeling of home for the root chord, then you can make the chord directly to the right of the root chord into a major chord instead. Let's just add a little bit more theory just to explain why these chords work so well together. So chords directly to the left and the right of the root chord are called the 4th and the 5th chord, or also the subdominant and dominant. And these chords, together with the root chord, contains all the notes in the key of the root chord and represent the entire scale. And this applies whether you're in a major key or a minor key. And the chords below, if you're in major, or above, if you're in minor, will give you the medians and the supertonic. And you should probably take a screenshot of the circle of fifths if you want to use it and reference it later. Or you can also find it online. So now that you know how you can use the circle of fifths to always find great chord progressions, I hope you're ready to make some awesome songs on chord progressions. Thank you for watching, see you in the next one, and in the meantime you can check out this video right here where I am comparing MIDI keyboards and seeing whether or not keys or pads are better for you.